EFC was founded in 2005. We started with 2 schools that were formerly basically a part of Oakland Unified School District that were identified under No Child Left Behind as being failing, not making adequate progress. So a group of us decided that we wanted to try and show that it was very possible to be successful with kids in an urban environment. Typically, the results have shown that it's most challenging to effectively educate kids who are in low-income areas, and particularly in urban settings where they're kind of surrounded by a lot of the problems that challenge us in society, and them having to live in environments in which they're exposed to a lot of things we would prefer them not to be exposed to, and not necessarily have the community push for education that we would like them to be exposed to.
We're helping parents get the message that they're welcome here at Cox Academy, and that engagement and involvement takes many forms. Our meetings and our workshops are just one way that you can participate. We have parents who come with us to board meetings. We have parents who help teachers cut out things or grade, or actually come into the classroom to help as well. So we're really trying to get that message out that there's many ways to be involved and engaged in Cox, but most importantly that we want every parent to be engaged in their child's education, be that just helping at home with homework or actually physically being here on campus. And then clearly the result of that is going to be increased student achievement, because if my teachers are on their game and teaching the content and the curriculum the way they should be, and then the students go home and get that reinforced, then there's no doubt that my students will soar.
I see a really big difference in my child since she has been here. She came from another school in the middle of a year of kindergarten. It has just been awesome. She's learning day by day. She's reading better. She's interested in things that I didn't think she would be interested in. I take her to the library all the time, and she's trying to take out chapter books about polar bears, the Arctic, the space, things that I thought that were far too old for her, and she's doing it already. She's very interested in things that are older. She started a college fund. I started a college fund for her, and she's more interested into putting her money in there now. That's a big change.
The role of the finance and operations team is to leverage resources to support the academic program. And by doing this, we free principals so they can dedicate themselves to be instructional leaders. They should not be worried about the developing of a budget or how benefits are increasing or affecting our schools, or which vendor is better. That is our role. That's where we step in and say, let us take all that away from you so you can focus on our children and the instruction.
What I like most about Cox Academy would have to be the staff, the dedication of the staff. No Child Left Behind, I know you've heard that before. I feel like that concept is exercised every day, from the principal down to the custodian. I really love the staff here. I feel like they're dedicated to my children, to the success of my children, and to the success of the school. Cox let me know that it is possible, and there are teachers out there that care, there are staff out there that care, who expect excellence from the students. So that's what I've learned, that I can expect that, and that's something that my son deserves.
Like when I first came to kindergarten, I didn't even know nothing, but now as I went up through the grades, I know how to read. I'm reading 127 words in only 1 minute, and that I learned so much throughout the grade years.
I've never seen teachers work better together. They are always finding different ways to enhance lessons for the students in open court and math, and finding new ways to make the curriculum more comprehensible for our students, many of which are English language learners.
We're making sure that the kids who aren't meeting them, that we are, through something called workshop, that we're going in and really diagnosing what is it that we know that our students don't know, so that then as a teacher I can pull small groups and work on those specific skills using specific strategies to really help those students so that they can meet the state standards as well. They may need more time, they may need more instruction in a small group setting, but the idea is that everyone is going to meet that standard.
Discussions are about how we most effectively deliver the program. Obviously, at times we need to retool and change things a little to make it continuously be more effective. But the bulk of our time in training and professional development is spent on how do we bring this curriculum alive for the kids? How do we make sure that they're building the kinds of skills, both in language arts and math, that are critical to building the foundation for them to be successful. Not only thinking about kind of basic skills, but also teaching our kids to be critical thinkers and be involved in investigation and inquiry.
Well, my vision for World Academy is that every child will be on grade level in language arts and math and science and social studies, that every child will be able to go out into this world and be able to compete with any other child who's been in a public school.
I am from clean your dirty room now. Get out of my room. Stop it, Makai. Stop and leave her alone. Do your homework and go to bed.
I am from neighbors preparing for parties by making food, putting up balloons and ribbons, and turning up the music.
I'm from playing tight video games like Need for Speed Underground 2 or Midnight Club 3. Always wanting to play video games and sneak into my room to play.
I am from Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, and Barack Obama for their hard work.
I am from Come On, Let's Go to the Store. I am from Get Up, Let's Go to School every day. I am from a big television in my room watching Everybody Hates Chris and America's Most Wanted.
I am from cousins and aunties chatting happily to wonderful silly teachers who care about our education, my energetic silly brothers who never stop playing, and lots of stuff from my grandmother's wonderful vacations. I am from the Segundo and Lopez family.
And this is the atmosphere that creates kids to become science. My kids want to become scientists. My other girl wants to become a doctor. This is the kind of impression that just people put into my kids.